Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you for joining me today. So today's video is going to be another declutter video. I have got a lot to get through. I think I've shown you a few of these items, so I won't talk too much about them, just when I've been shopping my stash and they haven't quite worked out for me. So there's this one, I wasn't sure whether I was going to keep this, and this is the Rimmel Coral Glow. Now I've got a lot of these contour palettes, so I'm going to give this to my niece. This highlighter isn't as, it's not as pigmented as I would like. I really do like the bronzer and I love this blush here, but I don't just want to keep it for the blush because I've got a lot of coral blushes in my collection. So yeah, I'm going to be passing that on to her. Then we have this one. Now I know for definite, I've definitely spoke to you about this, and it's the Primark PS Mineral Glow Baked Bronzer. I just don't like it. That's what it looks like, if you can even see that. So yeah, that's not worked for me, so maybe she can get a little bit more use out of it than I can. I'm just trying to figure out if there is a shade on it. I don't think there is. It just says that it's a bronzer, and it looks like that. The packaging's really cute. Then we've got this LA Girl Pinky Blush collection. Now I've had this a while and I did want to keep it, but it was just for this highlighter. I thought about depotting the highlighter, but I have got quite a lot of highlighters, so I thought I may as well give this to someone that could make use out of it. So I'm going to give it to my niece yet again. She gets all my makeup. So you've got quite a deep bronzer there, and then you've got those two pink blushes. The blusher that I've used is this one. That one's far too deep for me. So that's what that one looks like, and that's what that one looks like. So yeah, I'm going to be passing that along. Then what I was going to do with these two palettes, I was going to do, are they a dupe compared to the Naked 1 palette and the Naked 3 palette. And even though this one is a dupe for the Naked 3, I'm not going to do it. I mean, these ones are looking really powdery, so it probably wouldn't have the same effect anyway as the Naked 3. And I think this one is a dupe for the Naked 2, which I don't have, so I couldn't really do that video anyway. So I think this one will be getting passed to my sister because she likes all those kind of bronze shades. So I think she'll really like that. And then this one I think I will pass to my niece, just because I did a look with her when we went out in February using my Urban Decay Naked 3, and it looked amazing on her, so I think she'll really like that. Then we have another little basket. This I've spoke about before. I'm sure it's getting to the stage where it's just going bad because it's a lot darker than it used to be. And it's the Naked Skin One and Done in the shade Medium Light. So yeah, I'm going to bin that. It's a shame really, because it was part of my project pan and there is only a tiny amount left. But yeah, I'm going to pop that in the bin. Then we have this Revolution Revolux Cheek palette, which is really pretty. But I've got so many blushes. I mean, I really do like these peach shades here, but it's hard to get your blushy brush in. So I thought I would pass that on to my niece and see if she can get some use out of it. Then I have this MUA Burning Embers palette. And it is really nice, but I've got so many eyeshadow palettes that are so much more pigmented than this. Some of these shadows in this palette just appear to be really patchy, really chalky, really powdery, and for that reason I'm going to pass it along. I really like this peach shade here and this shade here, but I'm not going to just keep hold of it just for those two shades. And that shade's quite nice, even though it is a little bit patchy. It's similar to a shade that's in my Morphe palette, so I'll be pulling that out really soon. Next we have this Cargo palette. I don't think I've even used this, to be honest. Probably just swatched it, and that's what that looks like. So again, I'm going to find someone who would like that. I'm not sure who to give it to yet, but yeah, either my sister or my niece. Next we have Easy on the Eye, the Big Smoke, and I got this I got it from 17. I wouldn't call it PR. They sent me a few things, and obviously I reviewed them. They didn't ask me to review them or anything like that. And I used this once, I think. It's not really me. I don't really like smoky eyeshadow palettes, and if I was to use a smoky eyeshadow palette, it would be my Urban Decay smoked eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to be passing that on. My niece might want to do a different look rather than neutrals, so yeah, she might like that. This one, I thought that I would keep it. I really have a love-hate relationship with it, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to declutter it and pass it along. This one might go to my mum because they're her kind of shades as well, so I might pass that to my mum. What else do we have here? Some of these are getting decluttered. So this Australis Velour Lips Matte Lip Cream, I think it's gone bad. I have had it a few years now. My friend from Australia bought it for me for my birthday, I think, and it just smells like it's gone bad. Yeah, so that will be getting decluttered. Well, when I say decluttered, in the bin, that's where it will be getting decluttered. This has also gone quite bad. It's not performing the way it should, so I'm going to pop that in the bin as well. And then this L'Oreal Colour Riche, what shade is it in? Doesn't tell me the shade. That one is definitely, they're really dry, so that one's going in the bin as well. Then we've got a couple of foundations. Now with me at the moment, I am sick and tired of having darker foundations in my collection and mixing them with white, just like shade adjusting drops to make them work for me, or mixing them with a lighter foundation. If I had the right shade foundation in the first place, I wouldn't have to do that. So I'm on a bit of a tangent about that at the moment, and I have chosen to get rid of these and any other shades that are in my collection that are too dark for me. So what shade is this? This is in the shade 220 Natural Beige. Far too dark for me. I'm far too fair for it. I don't know what possessed me to get this in my collection, so I think that'll be the right shade for my sister, because she's dark haired, you know, kind of like, I wouldn't say she had olive skin, but she's got like a yellow undertone, tans really easily, whereas me, I'm red hair and fair skin and don't tan at all, hardly. So, well, I don't tan, I go red and then white then red again. So yeah, and then there's this one. So I think if this shade is a little bit too dark, she could mix two of them together. I don't think she's got that many foundations, so I think I will just pass them on to her. Then I have this, and I thought about keeping these and trying them out, but I've had them for so long and I've not used them. So this is the Bourjois Smoky Stories in 06 Upside Brown. So I'm going to pass this on to whoever wants it. I'm not sure who'll want that. The only shade I really like is this gold glitter shade in the middle. So yeah, that's going. Then I have this one. This is in the shade Limitless, and I've got two of these, so I'm just going to pass this on to my sister. She'll love that shade, which is a really nice copper brown shade. And I've got a feeling they used to be a little bit more pigmented than that, so that's what that looks like. Really pretty. Then I have this. I don't think anyone will want it. It is a hot mess. It's the Topshop Glow Dust Radiate, and it's a powder highlight, and I just think I'm going to pop that in the bin because I don't think anyone will want it. Next I have this, and I recently put this in a Shop My Stash video, and it's the New Look Pure Colour 29 in Warm Nudes. I really love that peach shade there, and again, I don't just want to keep the palette just for that peach shade. I'll see if my sister or my niece wants it. Then we have this Body Shop blush and highlight. It's in the shade 01 blush shade Petal. I've recently pulled this for Shop My Stash as well. Really don't like it, so I'm going to pass this on. Next we have another eyeshadow palette, which is the Cargo Around the World eyeshadow palette, which has got a lot of cool tones in it. Part of me does want to keep this one. Now I'm looking at it, I might actually keep it, but every time I go through my eyeshadow palette collection, I just think I'm not going to wear them shades. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to pass it on to a family member, I think, because it's barely been touched and I won't wear it. Then we've got another palette from BH Cosmetics. Never even worn this one, but I know that I won't wear it. It's the Missy Lynn eyeshadow and baked highlighter palette. Still got the plastic on it, and they're the shades. So you got 6 eyeshadows and then 2 baked highlighters down here. Now they're obviously for darker skin tones, so it wouldn't suit me anyway, but my niece or my sister could wear them as eyeshadows. This here is a powder. It feels like it's gone bad. It's got all lumps and bumps on it. I have had it a long time, a few years. I got it, I think, in Portugal. No, I can't have done it. It's got a British UK price on it. So I know I've had it for at least 2 years, and it's the PS Instagirl Flash Photo Powder in Paparazzi, and it used to be a really good powder, and I don't think they do it anymore, so I am quite disappointed that it has gone bad. But yeah, that needs to be thrown in the bin. I still don't know what to do with this. I put it in my things to give away pile. It's the Smashbox Full Exposure. Part of me does want to keep it just to use one more time. I don't know why I put it in the box, really. I think I got so fed up with having so much makeup. I was feeling overwhelmed on the day. I think I'm going to keep it and put it back in the stash, and just use it one more time. Right, this one, I've done a whole entire video on this, and I'm going to leave it in the cards somewhere if you've not already seen it. It's had a few views on it already, just because of what I said about it, and I don't take any of it back. It's the Collection Primed and Ready HD Blur Setting Powder. If you want to know my thoughts on it, watch that video. But yeah, that one is definitely getting thrown in the bin. I'm not going to give it to anyone because it is the worst powder I've ever used. It's got lots of fine glitter in it, so even though it is a blurring powder, you can see glitter. Like when I set my under eye with this, you can see glitter all in my under eye. So yeah, it's a shame really, because I do like Collection as a whole, as a brand. But yeah, this I just didn't like, so that's going. What else do I have? We've got this Sleek palette. I've never worn this before. It's got the brushes still intact. Let me take them out because they'll only fall out. But that's what it looks like. That's really pretty. I was going to keep it for that. But I don't know if I just want to keep a palette for one shade. And that I was only going to keep it to test it out. No, I'm definitely going to get rid of that. I'll give it to my niece. Then we have this one. This one is more of a cool tone palette as well. This is the Live Love Your Look Smolder Free, and this is no longer available. I got it from British Home Stores in the UK when it was here, but they went into liquidation and you can't buy this palette anymore. So yeah, I'm going to pass this along to my niece again just to see if she wants that. There's so many products. Then I have these two. There's this number 7 Instant Radiance. Now this is in the shade Calico, I think. No, it's not. It's in Cool Ivory. I think that's why it just looks too dark on me. I don't want to keep it. As you can see, I have used a lot. I do really like the foundation itself. But yeah, it's too dark for me. And along with that, saying it's too dark for me, is this Essence Stay All Day 16-hour long lasting makeup in the shade 20. I really like this foundation. I do want to try and get it in the shade 10. I think that'll be perfect for me. I love the fact that it's waterproof, so you can use it for the gym, and obviously, you know, if it's raining a little bit, it will hold. But this shade is far too dark, and again, I don't want to mess around with shade adjusting drops, especially when I've got to be out the door like relatively quickly. I don't have time for that. So yeah, that's going. This one I was always going to keep in the collection, but I have actually decided to pass this on, just because the eyeshadows aren't as pigmented as I would like. Love the highlighter. It is so pigmented. The blush is nice and the bronzer is nice as well. So I think this would be perfect for my niece to use. So yeah, that can go to her. Right, so as I was saying, I have put this in here. It's the Smashbox Cover Shot Ablaze Eye Palette. I haven't had much use out of this at all. Used it probably 2 or 3 times. I think I'm going to put this back in my stash. Just to test it out a few more times, and if I still don't like it, I'll pass it along to someone, just because they're not exactly cheap. I don't know what it is about Smashbox eyeshadows, I just don't get along with them. Everyone seems to love this palette. I just don't. I mean, I like it a little bit more than the Smashbox Full Exposure, but they're not the best eyeshadows in the world, are they, that are available. So yeah, there's that one. Then I've got this collection Eyes Uncovered, which I'm going to pass along. I think I'll pass it along to my niece as well. It is it's got like similar shades to the Urban Decay Naked Free. I think it was supposed to be a dupe when it was released at the time, but I don't use it, and I thought she could get some use out of it. Then I have this one. I think I'm going to pass this along to my mum. It's the W7 Let's Go Natural. It is quite pretty. I really like this shade here, and I quite like that shade there. But it's just those 2 shades, and I think that's why I'm getting rid of it. I don't want to keep palettes like a 4-pan palette just for 2 shades. It's just a waste of space, really. Then I have this one. This is the e.l.f. Beautiful Browns palette. I did use this once, but it seems to be like crumbling. I'll see if my mum wants it. She likes these kind of small palettes, so I'll see if she wants it. And if not, she can give it to whoever. But yeah, that's that one. Then I have this W7, which is a dupe for the MAC, I can't remember what they're called, but this one's called the Naughty Nines. And the MAC one is a 9 palette as well. I did really enjoy it when I used it. I have used it a handful of times, but I'm not using it. I'm not like gravitating towards it, and if I'm not using things in my stash, I think I'm just going to get rid of them. Not even to make more space, but to eventually, like, I want to only have one eyeshadow palette drawer, and I've got two, and the drawers are pretty deep. I don't need all those eyeshadow palettes, so I'm hoping by like kind of eliminating a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I will just use the ones that I love. Then we have another one of these Bourjois Paris ones. This one is in the shade Crazy in Love. That gold is really, really pretty, but again, I don't just want to keep it for the gold. And how pretty is that? Yeah, so I definitely don't want to keep it just for one shade. Then we have this one, and I've got to admit I was keeping this more for sentimental reasons. I think this one is going to have to be put in the bin. I have had it years. I got it off my ex-husband, and I was keeping it for that reason, holding on to it, but you can't hold on to things like that. You've got to let things go. So yeah, I'm letting this one go. So that one will be popped in the bin. Then I have this one. This is the Tanya Bear Galaxy Eye Palette, and I really, really do like it, but I barely use it. I've given my mum one of these, so I'll see if she wants this one as well. She seemed to like the original one that I gave her. If she only uses those two shadows, well, those three, because this one is pretty dark. But yeah, I'll give her that. Then we have this one. So this is the Bobbi Brown Date Night Lip and Eye Palette, and I've got to admit I have had it quite a while. I don't really want to give anyone this because there's cream products in it. Like there's those cream lip glosses, and then this cream lip gloss here which is just falling on the floor, and then you've got your free eyeshadows here. I was going to keep it just for the compact, but I think I'll just pop that in the bin. Then I have the H&M Smoky Eyes, and I got this for 50p. It was a right bargain at the time. I've never used it. Still got the clear plastic on, so I'm going to give this to my niece and see if she wants it. It's cool because it's got like your eyebrows. You can obviously do your eyebrows as well as do your eye makeup, so that's really nice. Right, and then we have got a ton of lipsticks, and I think one lip liner. So, with all the controversy of Jaclyn Hill, and I'm not going to talk too much about that because we all know what's happening there, like with the mould in the lipsticks. I went through my lipsticks last night, and I knew that there was some in my collection that I've had years, and that obviously they would have been out of date and they should have gone a long time ago. So I went through my collection. Some of these I just don't like this one. This is the Elizabeth Arden in the shade Rose Aurora. It's just too light. I mean, it looks nice on camera and everything, but when I pop my makeup on and things like that, the shade is just too light, so I'm going to get rid of that one. I want to talk about this one because this is a prime example, and I'm so sad about this. This is the Rocksteady, and it was one of Gwen Stefani's, it does actually say Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani. I don't know if the camera is going to pick that up. Right, so as I was saying, I really used to love this lipstick, and I've not wore it that many times. And these Urban Decay lipsticks aren't inexpensive, so yeah, I'm not happy about it. It's the Rocksteady one. Don't know if you can see that, and it's the collab with Gwen Stefani. I'm hoping you can see that. And as I was saying, you know, all this Jaclyn Hill controversy has made me assess my own lipstick stash. So I went into my collection, and this just didn't look right. It didn't look like the shade that it was initially, and I don't know if it's going to pick up, but there's loads of white marks around it. It is a really, really old lipstick. It's white in the Urban Decay, so that to me just says mouldy. I mean, it doesn't smell, but there's no way I'm going to put that on my lips. So that unfortunately is having to be put in the bin, which I'm really, really sad about. The packaging is amazing. Yeah, and I have got a few others in this collab. I think 911 is one of them, or something like that. I'll need to check it out. But them lipsticks seem fine, it's just this one. And then I've had these Lime Crime lipsticks a while as well. Now they don't look like they're going bad, but I have had them quite a while, so they're being popped in the bin. And then I've got this Primark one, which I've had quite a while as well, and it doesn't smell too bad. It smells fine, in fact. I have had it a while, and I just think it's time to part with it now. And it's the matte, I think it's just called Red. I've got so many reds in my collection anyway, I don't need to use this one as well. So that's that, and that's those. Then I've got a ton of other red lipsticks. I've got this one. Now, I shopped this in my last lipstick edit, and I did say that probably at some point it would be getting decluttered. Doesn't look like it's going mouldy or anything like that, but I don't really love the shade, and if I don't love a shade, I don't think it should be in my lipstick collection. This is how lipsticks are getting mouldy and like going bad, because I'm just not able to get around to using them all on a regular basis. So I want to declutter a lot of my lipsticks, which I have in this little basket here. So yeah, that one's going. This one I've had forever is the Courtney Kim Chloe Chroma Beauty one, so that one is definitely going. I don't want to put that on my lips. Then I've got two Kylie ones. Yeah, two Kylie ones that are going. So I've got Rain and I've got King K. So they're both going. I've had them ages. I've had this ages. I do want to do a W7 video, but I can always get another W7 lipstick. They're so inexpensive to buy, and it doesn't really have any white marks on it, but it doesn't smell great either. When they start to smell like Play-Doh, I believe that's when they go bad. So yeah, that will be going because it's starting to smell like Play-Doh. We've got a lip liner here which is really, really dry, and it's the PS Instagirl Kiss Proof lip liner pencil, which I really like these lip liner pencils, but yeah, it needs to go, that now. I've had it a while. This one's going, but it's just getting passed on, and it's the Kiko in the shade 601. Just looks like that. I think my sister would really like that, so I'll pass that on to her. This is getting popped in the bin. Really, really sad about this. This is the Elizabeth Arden Anchors Away in 03. Sorry, it's just really, really dry. There's no pigmentation to it anymore. That's it there. It used to be so much vibrant and creamier than that. And there's still tons of product left as well. So that's just going to get popped in the bin. Then I have this Marlene Class lipstick that I've had years, and I don't need it in the collection. It is yet another red, and it's starting to get like little white marks, moisture around it, so that's telling me that it's going to go bad soon anyway. Then I've got a New Look one, another red, which is in the shade Dark Red, which again is going to get popped in the bin. This Smashbox one, I think I'm just going to see if anyone wants it. It's not really for me. And it's the shade Tabloid. It's just far far too bright for me, so yeah, I'll see if anyone wants that. I don't know who, so I don't know who would wear that shade. This PS Pro Kiss Proof in the shade Rouge in Danger is going. I don't really like that shade anymore, and it can be a bit messy as well, so I'm going to pop that in the bin. Then we have this B in the shade Carmen. Yeah, this is doing the exact same thing, like little bubbles and mould on it. I'm hoping you can really see it, because this is what everyone claims that Jaclyn Hill's did. So yeah, that's what that is, and it's a shame really, because I haven't actually used it that much, and it's quite a newish lipstick as well, but it was on sale. I got it really inexpensive when I bought it from Superdrug. Hope you can see that, but trust me, it's got white marks all over it, and it looks like it's turning into mould. Then we've got a couple more lip glosses. We've got this Steeler one. I've had it ages, it's a shame really. I've not used much out of it. It's Rose Quartz. And then I've had this Adrienne Vittadini one quite a while as well. I don't know what shade that is. It's like a clear lip gloss. Then we have this shade in Famous, which looks like that. I think I'm going to give that to my sister. It's too light for me, but I think she would really enjoy that, so I think I'll pass that on. Then I have this Face Highlighter Radiance. I think this is just going to get decluttered. I've had it ages. So it looks like that. It's a really nice pink cream highlighter, but I just don't use it, and you know, I don't know if my niece will use it, so I'll give her first option, and if she doesn't want it, then we can declutter it. Another lipstick that I'm popping in the bin is this W7 Metallic Flash Gloss, which is falling on the floor. What else do we have? Then we have another lip liner from Revolution in the shade Grandee, which looks like that. It's just really dry. And then we've got a few of these really tiny Avon lipsticks, and they have gone bad as well, so they can go in the bin. What else do we have? Just one more thing, and it's this W7 Prism highlighter, and it's not me. It's like a lavender highlighter, and I'll never wear this, so I'll pass it on to my niece and see if she likes it. But yeah, that's all of it. The main thing I really wanted to do this video for was for the lipsticks. When I saw them last night, I was a little bit shocked. I'm like, oh, they look really bad. And obviously with all the controversy with the Jaclyn Hill lipsticks, I needed to check my lipstick collection, because I watched a few of those videos yesterday, just basically, you know, seeing what all the controversy was, because I don't really check Twitter that much, and I'd seen a few of the drama channels like basically say posting videos on it, but I hadn't watched them, and I still haven't watched them. I know that Peter Mon's done one about her issuing a statement today, and I've still not watched that yet, just because I like to stay out of the drama. I mean, I know that what she's done is obviously all the lipsticks have got the problems, like the mouldy, they're all mushed. People are saying that they're not new lipsticks, that they've been in the factory for years. I don't know about that. All I know about is my lipsticks, and the lipsticks that I've had that have gone like that, I've had a couple of years, so they need throwing out. But yeah, all my lipsticks now, at least I know, are all in date. Now my light's gone, and this is all I wanted to say on this haul. haul video. I'll leave it at that because the light's gone out. Sorry we're in the dark now, but it is quite late at night, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.